And
so BLUFOR does have the numbers advantage, but I'm seeing a lot more of the high-end players on OPFOR. But I mean, T5 Bay again, really good player too.
Put your company together.
Okay. I need where is it? I need the Alpha boys to
we need Audrey
fill
Hotto
out
back.
the Alpha lead. Thank you. Where are we at? Bravo. I need somebody to do the same for Bravo lead.
This is going to be Homebrew is going to command from TSB as OPFOR defending. Nice. And BLUFOR is going to be commanded by Cosmonaut.
Great. Somebody take Bravo squad leader.
Hey, Little Eat Mouse, how you doing? Provane, I think, is 4x4, similar to Sharpur.
Pop up to Bravo squad leader.
So I mean, they did an op on Sharpur.
Make sure that
it was kind of biased to the defensive team, but we saw some interesting plays there. But Proving Grounds, there's fine Proving Grounds. God, it's fine. You know what? I'm gonna say it bad just to piss you off, Az. So Proving Grounds, I mean, it has a lot more room to do maneuvers and stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. We should be good here on OPFOR.
Alrighty, Cosmos, 60 seconds on the clock. Put your company together.
First platoon, Bravo 2. Can I have someone take team leader slot, please? Unless someone is coming in for that. Boston, can I get you to get in either Charlie 2, take Charlie command,
141 players on a 4x4 map.
But I don't want anyone missing out on comms here.
Yeah, I'll take Charlie command then.
Thank you.
Sorry, I went blue.
Thank you, Foxtrot. That's looking good.
Interrogative.
Standby, can I get,
I don't think we'd even be able to have an op that was on a 2x2 map. Because literally, that's like your render distance in these ops on average is a kilometer.
Assuming to Charlie,
like a little
you can
under.
go ahead and do that. We can use a couple extra guys. One dude in Bravo 2 is going to help.
Geez, 72 versus 62.
Charlie 1.
I'm gonna be curious what the mat guns are, if they're even mat guns. They might just be machine gun teams, but this is...
Either fill out Charlie 1 completely and be under Charlie,
Nah, Death, their server was recommended by a Bohemia dev personally.
But otherwise I'm good.
So...
we got Fox now in there.
The last time they had desync was actually in the EU, but that was because my internet connection was sucking. My internet connection was sucking more than the server. So I was the one desyncing around.
It's actually loading pretty fast this time, so this is really good. Knock on wood so we don't...
You'll be fine, Slim.
So we don't
you can make it.
Said that mod stopped.
For everybody, I do encourage you all to post your feedback in the feedback channel. Just remember that the feedback channel is meant for constructive content and constructive criticism. If you're using that channel to bash somebody, don't do that, because we get mad at you and then you get yelled at. And you really don't
my God, it is 2x2.
They get really sad and their feelings get hurt. And I also want to remind everyone that there are tactical discussion channels to discuss the tactics, not to just throw random stuff into. If you want to talk about random stuff, hand that over to the general chat. Some channels have very specific functions, like if you need help, let people ask for help. Don't talk about random stuff. Just to keep it clean, and that way we're not having to scroll up and down trying to keep track of a tactical conversation because it gets lost in the mix. Anyway, I'll shut up. Who made this mission? I got it. Oh man, I made 2 tonight. All right, this is a sector control. OPFOR is on the defense, BLUFOR is on the attack. OPFOR, you will notice that you have a very interesting spawn. You are being simulated something particular. So you're going to have to do a little bit of movement and thinking on your feet from a company standpoint. BLUFOR, you need to capture these 3 sectors. It is not sequential, so you can take them in any order that you want to. OPFOR, keep that in mind. They can take that in any order that they want to. There are various little tidbits at each of these sectors. So you might get a little Easter egg when you go down and be like, oh wow, I'm not just fighting over blank terrain. I did that on purpose. And I hope you enjoy it.
Hey Gore, how you doing?
Yeah,
you want to see 141 people on a 2x2 map?
Grounds. It's a condensed area. Do I have any questions from company leaders?
OPFOR is good.
All right, I'm gonna jump down to casting couch.
Cosmo.
But holy crap on a cracker!
So yeah, proving grounds, right?
I thought
Hero?
this was 4x4. It's 2x2.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
dark.
It's not okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty dark.
But...
Oh wait, we played a fucking IFA up on this map a while ago. Damn.
Yeah, the Censure they got rid of the fuel station and instead made it into a fortified area. I remember that, but like this is gonna be one of the most condensed PvP ops I've ever seen in quite a little while.
I didn't know that a single Blackhawk made this entire crater. That's amazing.
Yeah, so okay, we got a smoking Blackhawk, but you could actually there's multiple smoke textures coming out of it, so you could essentially hide in that smoke. We have, so that's let's see, that's Sector 1. Let's look at Sector 2. What do we got there?
Right on the corner, a few H barriers.
Looks like it's our little radar station, actually. So we got
But it like covers like.
Sorry, I need this. It's too dark for me.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's on a
from the west.
It's on a bit of a fortified position, and we do know that they're allowed to go outside of the map. It's also nope. Okay, no, it's part of the map. Damn, like. Actually, like, this is...
Sector 3 is...
Sector 3 is a little camp. This is Camp Bear.
Yeah,
and then it's Camp... the Delta one, and then also Camp Crow. That's the names of these presets from the builder. But... Wow, I mean...
Spartan knows what the word I would use to describe this.
This is going to be interesting. I'm actually really excited for this. And it's PMCs versus Insurgents, apparently. So let's go ahead and look at OPFOR here. OPFOR has a lot of separated stuff. I'm seeing a big mix of equipment. It's mainly going to be G36Ks, so 556 based. I'm going to just go down the list here. So G-Legs, he's got the SPAR 17 for his marksman rifle. And looking at a machine gun.
The Mark 11.
It's Mark 11. Either is a 7.62 battle rifle that can be used for marksman stuff. So the machine gun is an M249. The AT is a single AT4. Let's look at the.
They don't need it, I don't think.
Let's look at the weapon team. So it's a 240 Bravo for OPFOR. And then the MAT team gun is an RPG 42. All right, so that's interesting. Let's look at BLUFOR now. BLUFOR is so I'm assuming BLUFOR is the PMC and OPFOR is the Insurgents. BLUFOR have scars. Yeah, so 556 scars. We're also seeing a few M4s with the 203s. So they can use those as launchers. And then we also have 249s here. And let's see, their AT is also AT4. And then if we were to scroll to Charlie here...
Marshall also has the SR-25.
They have a Carl Gustav. And the Charlie 1, there is no Charlie 1. I'm going to go to F. And they've got 240 Bravos as well. So
any AT is going to be just shock troop stuff against infantry.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be to take out a building or try and take out a bunker.
So this is...
because there's no vehicles.
All things considered, this is pretty much a mirror match.
A little bit.
There's some slight gear differentiations, but that's for like armor and stuff, but that's all re-scripted with the FNF's config file. So it's 556 v 556 with 762 support weapons. AT is AT4 with reloadable Carl Gustav and RPG 42 on either side. The only distinct thing is BLUFOR has 10 extra men, and OPFOR has to spread out across 3 sectors, which normally I'd be against, but a map like this, I think OPFOR could afford to send like 20 men to each sector and be fine. So I don't know. This is going to be PvP. This is gonna be. I don't mean to like. Fuck. I'm losing my train of thought here because I'm literally just kind of baffled that we're doing this, man.
Yeah, and he said,
2x2.
You're not gonna be fighting over open terrain, and it's like, what would you call this then? This seems pretty open terrain to me.
I mean,
it's fine. Like, it's an interesting concept. I think it's neat, and I'm excited to see how this goes.
I genuinely think this is going to be pretty cool because you have a dark lighting.
This reminds me of the footage I've seen from Armenia and Azerbaijan. Just these flat rolling hills and just fall trees and plains.
Lighting's good. There's a good chunk of concealment here and there. There's some like little river beds, and there's an actual river that cuts through. If OPFOR can positively identify BLUFOR's obvious routes of attack, you're going to see a lot of long-range engagements here too. But it's like I'm genuinely curious to see how OPFOR is going to defend and how BLUFOR is going to go. But
so since there's not a lot of buildings, it's going to come down to high ground, I think. Get the fucking Obi-Wan
it's 5.56 scars though.
Now while you still can.
One's an L, one's an H. The L, one's 5.56, one's 7.62. I don't know which one's which.
To be able to shoot down on your enemy and have that, it works kind of as cover. You know, when you can't see them and they can't shoot you, then you're essentially protected. But there's still not a lot of that. You have some of these rolling hills. The big mound on the southwestern side near Sector 3, marker 192. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I'd agree with
that.
But
it's just these little dips and little bits of cover. I think it's going to be very brutal, and anything or any element that can set up a decent enfilade fire or some kind of suppressive or supporting fire is going to be able to rack up a lot of kills if they're accurate.
Actually, real quick, fact check me. Who had the numbers advantage, BLUFOR or OPFOR?
Last count I had was 72 BLUFOR and 61 Red4.
Yep, alright, BRB, I accidentally said that wrong on my command.
Yep, because BLUFOR is attack.
My bad.
What's going to be interesting is how they defend this crater.
Attackers always have the numbers advantage.
On the other side of it, you have some of these rolling mounds that you could essentially. I could see someone going prone and hiding in one of these little divots.
This is going to be all about sending your teams out and trying to see who sets up what. But Bad Wolf pointed out in my chat, it looks like OPFOR is going to hard defend sectors 2 and 3 and send one as a sacrifice. I'm going to believe that now because we also see Victor Koak on the northern side potentially going to run up and set some explosive traps on sector 1. And yeah, all the other forces are going to go for 2 and 3. If I was OPFOR, though, I would look at the obvious routes here. And I would also put explosive traps in there. I mean, the little riverbed right next to the crater, for example, I'd put a squad in there just to hunker that bitch down, because that's an obvious route to maneuver into. Like, this is all just about how do you deny the routes, and also making sure you check your back, because when we did Sharpur, BLUFOR did a massive flank around in the open terrain off map to try to get around to hit OPFOR. And it worked. They were able to take one of the 2 objectives. But, I mean, same premise might apply here. So we might see BLUFOR do something similar. But this is... I'm excited. Like, this is a concealed area.
I'm looking at Koak and Patriot. If Patriot goes with him, I think that's going to be probably one of the better chances for him to properly apply that RPG-42 to the enemy force. Hit them while they're still relatively close together. Maximize shrapnel and damage done, and I think that's gonna be the only way to make it a defining factor. And they just put H barriers on the other side of the riverbed, facing the wrong way.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? On which side?
By Victor Koak.
I mean, that's fair, because they can only build in that sector anyway, but there's not really much they can build, you know?
Yeah, it's...
They're making some Easter eggs of their own.
He's just... you turned it the wrong way. And we've seen them do this before, where it's like almost a trap to get them in a spot to where they can shoot them, and there's a bunker. That actually sticks out pretty bad, because it's very
OPFOR doesn't know where BLUFOR is going to come from, and
colored,
BLUFOR doesn't know where OPFOR is going to go.
Sandbags. So,
All they know is each
decisions
other's spawn
being made.
zones and the objective. They'd also know if either side had any large assets, because it's listed in the beginning of the mission and in the roster selection, and the numbers. But it's all one
Shot's
life.
asking if OPFOR knows what direction BLUFOR is.
Yeah, I just answered. I'm sorry. I did that outside stream because I didn't want to interrupt you. But
No problem.
yeah, I mean, OPFOR is building a little defensive thing right here for this riverbed. But again, like, my brain is trying to wrap around this. Like, I think this is a great, like, compared to Sharpur, where the defenders had the few defensive positions. Well, here's why this is better than Sharpur, because OPFOR had to defend the natural defensive positions of Sharpur, and BLUFOR had nothing. Here, BLUFOR, like, there's some roaming hills, there's a lot of open territory, there's a few obvious routes, but there's room for BLUFOR to advance on. But at the same time, there isn't a lot of cover. I'm going to be curious to see if OPFOR has any E-tools, because if they can dig entrenchments, BLUFOR's screwed. So, we'll see. But there's not a lot to go with here, but I think this would be a lot more balanced if OPFOR's E-tools and F-tools were taken away, and it was just kind of open world fend for yourself. But I could very well see this going as OPFOR will get to the position, start digging entrenchments, making their perimeters, but then, you know, BLUFOR is not really going to have any good way to assault them, because they're not going to have any really good hard cover to attack from. But based on where these AOs are, there are some positions that BLUFOR could use to get on top of them and at least close the distance. So it's just, you know, whoever sees the opposite person's head first will land the kill. But I think the hardest...
usually whoever gets on top first is able to ride it out to victory.
Was that meant to be a sex joke?
I don't know, was it?
For fuck's sake. I mean, I would say the easiest sector for OPFOR to defend is probably going to be Sector 2, because it's all kind of on a shelf. So if they were to extend like 2 squads around it and just cover the shelf, it would be okay. And then they also have this big hill behind them, which they could use to watch for any large BLUFOR attacks coming in from out of the map. Sector 1's a giant crater. That's kind of a bitch to defend, especially since it's so close to BLUFOR. And then Sector 3, although it's nice, it's got that really big hill next to it. That BLUFOR could...
It's not very defensible.
Yeah, BLUFOR could easily get on top of this hill and close the distance. Plus, there's a lot of big hills behind it, and BLUFOR, again, could go out of the map and hit it from the rear. But, yeah, no, I think the real fight is going to be at Sector 2. But we might see a big one at Sector 3 as well. But it looks like OPFOR might be changing its tactics here and might send a squad up to Sector 1. So, again, we'll have to see. But this is going to be a really weird fight.
Yeah. I honestly don't know.
141
I'm trying to figure out which sector would be the best to defend. Definitely not Sector 1.
No, it would be Sector 2. I just told you why, Forehead.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
Yes!
Because Sector 3, like, you could have a force on that hill.
No, I just explained why Sector 3 was bad. Dude, look at all the big-ass hills by it that BLUFOR can go up to using them as deflate cover to truly close the distance.
But what if Red 4 was up there instead?
But that's a massive amount of hill area for them to cover, because even then, looking over to BLUFOR, when you level off where they'd be standing, there's still a lot of positions for BLUFOR to come up on. Now look at Sector 3. Or excuse me, Sector 2. Sector 2 has some natural fortifications already looking at the northern side with some watchtowers. And it's all on this natural shelf where the tree line is. So if OPFOR just committed 1.5 or 2 of their squads out of like the frickin' 5 they have to defending this AO, they could fortify this entire shelf and completely prevent any BLUFOR advances. And there's also these big hills behind the AO to the south, and they could just put 1 or 2 guys over there and look behind them to watch for any massive BLUFOR outflanks. Sector 2 is the best sector to hold here.
Yeah.
Hold up. What's that right? Liru trying to argue tactics with Barbarian is like Kyle Clements arguing with Frisk Foster before he unfucked his brain. I love it.
Oh,
He got us both with that one.
I mean, yeah, but he's not.
But he's not what?
He's not wrong.
Damn right. All right, so mission has started. Looks like BLUFOR was digging some trenches too, I guess, to test things out, so they can dig trenches as well.
Shovel work.
But that means OPFOR is going to be able to dig trenches too, so they will get that defensive advantage.
They do move in herds.
So we've got, I think 2/3 of the player base going one. Actually, no, it's half the player base going one direction, a fourth going one, and then 1/4 staying at the back. And then you've got the major OPFOR force, unfortunately, is going to Sector 3. And they're only putting about a squad to squad and a half worth at Sector 2. This is going to be a toughie. But also, BLUFOR's major force also looks like it's heading to Sector 3. So, I don't know. We're going to see a bloodbath. I would definitely want to be a marksman on this one, because you can just stay in the back and pew-pew dudes. But, Jesus, this BLUFOR advance. I'm going to hit the O key just to watch the movement here.
That's what I've been doing. I've been doing that for the past 30 seconds. Just
hot
carrying
damn.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So I'm playing Heavy Radiation from Homeworld OST. It's this really like cinematic song where it's just like, taking it all in, it's like filled with wonder and awe. And I think it just complements this massive movement of troops so well. Like, damn. This is what 141 players on a server looks like on proving ground. Like, goddamn. Also, I'm saying it wrong on purpose to piss Azariah, you, and What's That, and everyone else off. But my God. Hey, at the very least, Nemesis has a machine gun. All right, so we can at least rely on that at the end of the day.
I can't believe you would do this. Can't believe you're just actually that petty to just say proving grounds like you're proving a point. And
no,
yes,
it's proving grounds, Barbarian. God, get it right.
What
are you, dumb?
Your internet dies again, and I get all your.
I'm sorry, your mic's dying. We can't understand you. 141 is the new FNF attendance record to beat. You're absolutely right. Here, I'm gonna click out and make sure Barb didn't just lag out. No, okay, he's still here. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I could see Falklands War stuff being done on Providence. There needs to be more rocks though, But look at all the OPFOR guys coming in, like.
So my internet died there for a minute, and I'm scared.
Now say it again. What's the name of this map, Barbarian?
Proving grounds.
That's right. That's the name of the map.
I'd like my Oscar now. Thank you.
I thought you liked women. Anyway, all right, so OPFOR is arriving at Sector 3. They've completely pulled back from Sector 1. I would, but your mic's too shit, and I can't understand what you're saying. And looks like OPFOR has also gotten up to Sector 2 back in the right side. And it looks like they have identified that, they're on a big shelf, so they got a team starting to set up some trenches on the northwestern corner of this shelf. Good calls there, and we'll probably see the force at Sector 1 pull back and take Sector 2 to add to its garrison, or they'll just keep that area completely fortified. But just looking at all of these symbols, man.
CEV82's idea, we should call it probing grounds.
Probing grounds? Oh, God.
You should call that do that for the title for the VOD, but make it that emoji be, so probing grounds. That's what I would do, because I'm a
Barb, I hope your internet dies again.
Damn.
I know, right? I'm super toxic, and you're pretty sus. But anyway, OPFOR is sending a squad to do the strategy you told them to. And do you see the problem with it now, Barb?
No, they're doing it right.
How are they? Do you see the amount of ground they have to cover?
So they go to the highest point and then they cover all of it.
They can't get there though because BLUFOR is already here because of the distance.
What do you mean? They're at it right now. This is the highest point.
But there's it's not gonna work. These guys are gonna get slaughtered, and I'm gonna say I told you so.
Trenches. They can dig trenches.
I'm gonna say I told you so when they get wiped.
All right, and I'm gonna suck your dick behind the Denny's.
What?
Huh?
No. Stop it. Anyway, Grenadier round going off by Norton. Actually, I think it was OPFOR that fired it. Went off towards Norton and detonated, but no kills. And now we're starting to see tracers go off here as one group catching another group out of position. That is a medium machine gun, though. And there's a little bit of enfilading fire going up on that hill. Rocket being fired off lands a little early.
Who shot that, actually?
I think the MAT gun for CSAT.
Patriot, yeah.
So BLUFOR OPFOR had first blood. Serbia is down, but a lot of guys up on that hill are wounded. Santos has been knocked unconscious. And the force up there is going to have to be forced to crawl away from there, but they're being covered. No, they're being shot at by their own men! Gorski, unfortunately, getting shot at by Half-Moon and Half-Mod and Mosh, and he just got taken out by his own men. So I'd like to hear that I told you so. I'd like to hear that I told you so, but
okay, that's not his fault. Wait, what are you talking about?
Do you hear that? That's the sound of butt hurt. Okay, anyway, let's go.
They're still alive on the hill.
Yeah, but Gorski got shot by his own guy.
So that's his fault?
Yes, that's because they went up there, yeah.
So that's his fault?
Yes.
Maneuvering. Okay, alright.
Because now BLUFOR, they're going to get this massive force over here on a battle line to attack that one position on the hill, and they're going to get killed.
They didn't have enough time to dig trenches. If they had enough.
Exactly, which is why it was a bad idea to go up there in the first place.
They didn't hurry there, though.
What do you mean they didn't hurry? They just walked over.
They should have ran.
Bruh!
If they had ran up there, dug the trenches, they would have had actual cover to return fire from.
But they didn't because they were going up there, forehead. Let's just watch the freaking two massive fights going on between BLUFOR's pincer maneuver and some far teams from OPFOR here. You know what this feels like? This feels like World War I trench warfare, but without the trenches. Just with the sheer amount of dudes down and the massive platoon battle lines being made here. This looks cool, without a doubt. And the fights are literally across like half the map. It's great.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is what Azerbaijan and Armenia look like. It's just flat, flat, flat.
So people in chat are telling me, well, this is just OPFOR stalling BLUFOR. I could see that, but BLUFOR has so many men that they can literally just have half the platoon battle line go in and suppress, and then the other half, which is what we see on the northern line going right now, will advance, and we can use entire platoon level battle tactics, and BLUFOR can still gain ground.
BLUFOR has honestly a very impressive formation in this tree line over cloudy.
Definitely.
But I mean, again, well, I was gonna say everyone's alive, but no, there's like people out there.
Hey, all your guys are dead off your hill, by the way.
No, they maneuvered away from it because they got shredded. Because
and why are there 3 bodies? Actually, I'm gonna count the bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dead bodies on that hill. Guess how many people went up there? Are you mad at me yet? Ooh, it sounds like someone's internet shorted out.
I hope Ludwig doesn't talk to you for a week. And she doesn't say why.
Oh, that's a horrible thing to wish on somebody.
She says, I'm not talking to you.
So G-Leg's out in the open. I think he spotted 3 guys on the left. He is the marksman exchanging fire, but he has been shot.
and he speaks to you in a very heavy.
By some of these BLUFOR guys firing. C-Sans has gone down. Are these the 7.62 magazines? The M80s with the 7.62?
For the scars, yeah, the box mags are not the curved kind of stand mag looking.
Yeah, so BLUFOR has 7.62. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they only had 5.56, but yeah, no, the box mags are the 7.62. You're absolutely right. So yeah, BLUFOR has the caliber advantage. Damn, and now BLUFOR's being extra cautious to come down to this bunker. Boston leading the charge down,
yeah,
but
because they put people up on the hill.
Mm-hmm. All those people are dead now, but that's okay.
Yeah, they're a worthy sacrifice.
So G-Legs medic back up. He's not going to notice the 3 guys that are going into the open no man's land where not even the grass grows. And they're going to try to do a wide flank, but Olaf and G-Legs might be able to catch him out of position because G-Legs is a marksman. They got BLUFOR guys pushing up to them as well. BLUFOR capturing Sector 1. And we still have that big 500, 600 meter fight going on. Bluck being shot at, but revealing his position, getting double tapped by C-Sans shooting down at his chest. Okay, C-Sans getting shot by Olaf, but Bluck then takes him out. Also, some of those guys pushing on the right flank also help fire at Olaf. And now BLUFOR is going to basically be able to get right up on this hill where a lot of OPFOR guys died and slowly encroach on that OPFOR AO. And there's a lot of guys on that AO, but they have been able to dig a lot of trenches here and get themselves fortified. So BLUFOR's got to be really careful advancing on these positions since OPFOR has had time to dig in. But at the same time, just looking at the sheer amount of BLUFOR guys compared to the OPFOR sections that have been put out. But I absolutely love Sector 2's defense lines. For the amount of guys they have, they're doing a good job. They've spread things out. I just wish they had more manpower to help them out. They're even setting up a little ambush in the riverbed where there's a bit of cover. Again, I like what OPFOR is trying to do, but some of the manpower was, in my opinion, a little mismanaged here. OPFOR spread themselves a little too thin when, in my opinion, they should have just gone for defensive lines. But also, you know, keeping guys on reserve is also smart. But just with the size of this map, how many players there are, and just how condensed everything is, I don't think stalling tactics are going to do anything. Because when you fight literally a platoon formation as a squad, half of the platoon can still just maneuver. But again, I'm loving these long-range machine gun fights. It looks super pretty with the tracers.
Oh, absolutely. I think that, some guys got behind the guys on the hill. I'm going for a flanking maneuver. Frost.
So it is a script for the bullets to make this color. I do have it, and I'm testing it for the Zeus interface. It just needs a little bit of optimization. So we'll start seeing it in my Zeus ops more often sooner or later.
We'll see if Red 4 can spot that in time.
So Green Shade, you might see Bluck skylining here. He did just see him. Trying to line up a shot, but Bluck gone off that hill. You know, it'll be interesting if Bluck finds the dead OPFOR Matt team gunner, takes his rockets, and starts firing it into Sector 2. He should be able to score some kills with that.
I think they fired all their rockets.
I only saw 2 get fired. Ooh, Bluck going down by Green Shade, but Nemesis is right on top of him. But he only fired 2, and he would have 3, and his assistant would have an additional 3. Nemesis not PIDing those bullets, and he's going to run in front of Green Shade. Uh-oh. Oh, but Nemesis now knows because Green Shade shot someone else that was skylining.
And here comes Church.
And here comes Church to get the double tap. Great kill right there. Little bit of a lag spike because Bluck just rage quit there, but... Ooh la la. And now you're seeing... Look at this, 2 squads are firing down into Sector 3, and here's the bloodbath coming, but OPFOR didn't have any good rear security. I think Wiki might spot them. No one's looking behind them. BLUFOR is going to be able to rack up a surprise attack here with 4 guys.
Yep, and they see the big old lineup of them.
Oh, yep, BLUFOR is starting to engage behind him. There's one guy knocked unconscious.
Hand opening up with the 249.
Dude, there were no trenches dug for rear security. No one thought about it. Oh, this is going to be devastating.
And they're wondering where those GLs are coming from. More shots coming in.
Oh, this is just shooting fish in a
Night
barrel.
Owl sees it. He's gonna be able to call that up.
Yep, so Night Owl's engaging. I would pay money to listen to that guy on the radio, man.
Savenberger, they're responding to this.
Yep, they are.
It's actually a pretty exposed position for BLUFOR.
But just, there's 3 different avenues of fire BLUFOR starting to deliver here. One from the north, one from the northeast, and now one from the west. I mean, and since OPFOR only has 1 line of trenches to focus on the northeast, I mean, this is a massacre here. They could outstand it, though. I just saw a really good GL shot land and kill one of the BLUFOR guys on the western flank.
Meanwhile, over to the east, we have some light spawning going on between Pads and Diego 200.
Yeah?
And they're trying to delay this big old BLUFOR force as much as possible, trying to make themselves look bigger and more of a threat than they actually are, using these kind of guerrilla tactics.
Oh man, but you know, actually surprisingly there aren't that many skulls on for OPFOR. I might have overhyped this attack a little bit, but at the end of the day, BLUFOR still has, you know, 2 full squads right here firing at the main force. The main force, they've kind of pulling off of the western defenses, and instead of they've consolidated towards the center, bunching up. I mean, that's going to make those machine gun suppressions a little more lethal if they poke their heads up, but this is definitely honestly the most congealed I've seen, or condensed would be the better word. I've seen any group be an FNF at a fortification.
Well, 2 of the guys on the hill behind Red Core at Sector 3 have been taken out, so just Jedi and Walker. Oscar is over here on wide flank, shooting up at Infidel and Yanni. So if Walker sees that, or recognizes that, then he'll be able to get some shots over the head.
Infidel returning fire, manages to score to kill.
It's also, it's actually pretty dark if you turn on, I don't know if you're using nods or not, but
I'm using regular vision. I'm relying on this flare a bit, but it is starting to get a little brighter though. Literally, it actually just got much brighter. So let's see, the sun, it's because it's rising in the east where we see the light coming in, so gonna help the players out. Stalingrad's gonna run right into Jedi right here, and Stalingrad gets the kill. I call him that because I can never pronounce his name. Stahenbay, whatever. And he also gets Walker!
Yeah, that's a sick double kill, taking out that flank. Oscar went down over there to either Nemesis or Yanni.
Infidel got him.
So, yeah. There goes Frost. Frost, I think, was some kind of command. I want to say he was Platoon 1 HQ for Red Corps?
Well, we can look it up. Platoon 1 was DeVincer.
No, but he just left the server, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. He might have been Platoon 2 HQ. But OPFOR, I mean, they're getting whittled down right here. They still got 3 guys on the northwestern flank to hold it. But BLUFOR's also been whittled down. That attack element is down to only 4 guys. Really devastating that they lost that western group to just suppression, and then Staffenbay coming in and sweeping the rest. Eventually, BLUFOR is going to have to come in here and go for the kill. But BLUFOR, meanwhile, is slowly advancing to Sector 2. But this OPFOR force has repositioned from its original position, did a wide flank, and now is going to go on top of BLUFOR's original position, possibly trying to hit him in the rear. They could catch Dylan, one of the marksmen, out of position. Honestly, this is a map where the more marksman rifles you have, the better off you're going to be with those medium optics.
Yeah, this is what we saw on Chapur with Iceberg and that whole squad. And they were able to do work. They essentially did a deep strike behind enemy lines and attacked the soft underbelly. Exploited what they could.
Hold up, we got Church firing at Homebrew Cocaine. Homebrew is OPFOR command. Church not able to land a shot here. At least a killing blow.
Damn, Church, that's brave. Oh, but that grass is actually really tall.
Yeah, oh yeah, for this map, you got some nice little shrubs in there as well. But he catches Iota and Half Mod out in the open, knocks them both down.
Great shots in Church. Infidels opening up fire as well as Yanni and Nemesis push up onto Wiki's position.
I think OPFOR is abandoning this position.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, they're gonna pull south and then head east to Sector 2. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's been a war of attrition for this sector, so I think they've realized, yeah, the longer we stay here, the more we're just gonna lose. So they're trying to pull back. There's also people staying here. Slushy, Blue, Flash, they're not even moving. I think they're gonna go down with the ship.
I'm watching Church here. Iota woke up, tried to work on Half Moon, but he got gunned down by Church. He's popping grenades in, trying to knock out who he can. Slushy, meanwhile, catching Infidel out of the open. Slushy was co-commentating with us in EU, by the way. But we got to see if one of these OPFOR guys is going to pull around and try to get Church, or if they're going to wait him out. Liru ASMR.
Ooh, Church spots. Yeah, I just spotted someone off to the east, which, yeah, Homebrew. So I spotted between the trees, but apparently not.
More suppression going off by those flares and smokes as most of OPFOR is pulled out. Church getting the kill on that guy, firing at Slushy 2, knocking him out, but gets killed by the last man, Valash. That was a good run by Church.
Look at that death pose. That's a very nice death pose. He's just taking a chill. Just vibing.
Or he's just napping in the
yeah, he's posted up in this trench.
And now he's getting a new haircut by Vlash. Oh, that was rude.
Oh, dude, that was a vibe check. Fucking.
But now OPFOR, they're sending half of their major force that was suppressing that group to go take the sector. OPFOR for this next area really has to consolidate on Sector 2, but I think they could mount a really good defense. Meanwhile, we got Pads and Dingo, two veteran players of FNF, really close to this BLUFOR advance right here. Do either of them have a marksman rifle? Or are they just... Yes, it is a marksman team. Pads has the marksman rifle. And I thought I just heard some bullets go over. No, that's because the OPFOR guys have gotten behind BLUFOR and they're not trying to shoot at them from the rear element. Oddball trying to take some cover to engage back.
Wilson is shooting at his own boys. There's one dude down. Is that PMC? Yeah, that was the PMC marksman, I think.
Yeah, Dylan, I mentioned he'd be back there, but yeah, I think they got him. Whether or not they go up and take his marksman rifle, that would be a really nice thing for OPFOR to have to harass BLUFOR on their rear. By the way, another BLUFOR team has come up. They're harassing the OPFOR units pulling out of the third sector, and I think they're out of smokes because they used them all to disengage from the previous sector, so they're just trying to run. So they're kind of caught out in a kill zone. They don't really have any magnified optics that are shooting at them. But, you know, they gotta just kind of hoof it and possibly triple time just to get out of there. Also, Pronix and there's another guy, Victor. Both of them are EOD guys. I'm willing to bet there's explosive traps somewhere in sector, this sector here, Sector 3. But where is the big question?
I'll see if I can find some. They'd probably be close to buildings if they did place any down.
So BLUFOR has turned a team back, excuse me, to deal with this OPFOR team that flanked around. I'm gonna quickly check around, see if someone picked up that marksman rifle. It doesn't look like it. That's such a missed opportunity, though, because, I mean, for this map especially, marksman rifles are gonna be reigning supreme here. But, I mean, I like that this OPFOR is able to distract some of that BLUFOR's momentum. A lot of BLUFOR guys are now turning around to deal with them instead of push the objective, and that might help stall out BLUFOR's time to advance into the next area. But BLUFOR's got units everywhere.
Dingo and Pads have pushed up as a sniper spotter team up by the bridge. They're going to be heading to this trench. If they look for it, they'll find Buckets, Vagrant, and a bunch of other BLUFOR just kind of chilling out in the open.
So they were literally 10 meters to the southeast in the little tree group right there, and they watched and listened as BLUFOR came under the river here, under the bridge, excuse me, and they were also all around that bridge on top as well. So I think they know that there's a force coming. But now we're seeing this massive encirclement of the remnants of Sector 3 here. And we still have a few other guys kind of in the back line waiting it out, so Ooh, Stottenbay getting sniped out by someone. That was either Infidel or Shadow. No, it was Shadow. Shadow's one of the marksmen here. And I think he just knocked Snow out as well. Again, showing you the power of those marksman rifles. Slushy doing his best to survive with the 249 here. That was what something spawned with. I might have picked it up from a dead body, but he's doing his best to hold. Pronix also staying back here. I'm waiting to see if he has some explosive charges go off. T4 Herb going down. Barb, did you find those explosive charges?
I find any.
All right, but we also have riverbed stuff possibly about to happen. Homebrew consolidating his forces. But just up the riverbed, BLUFOR might actually spot them.
Cyrus and Arcor have spotted people over by Sector 1, and they're opening fire on Rust, but a team over to the south are opening fire as well.
Yeah, but look at Russian Fury and Ladofel on the northern side. They have flanked BLUFOR.
Ooh, very nice.
Delivering some nasty infilating fire, completely took out the two guys on BLUFOR's left line, and BLUFOR doesn't have anywhere to pull back to because they're exposed. Cyrus waking back up, immediately getting knocked back down. This is the type of maneuvering you want to see a group do. Because even though this is a bunch of open terrain, use the distance, get people to be tunnel visioned, and they've just dealt a significant amount of casualties here. And you're having some stray shots land from the Sector 2 fight. In the riverbed between BLUFOR and OPFOR forces here. OPFOR's gotten down. Looks like they lost one of their machine gunners, which isn't good. And they're forced to engage that as well. But so much combat going on. We're also having BLUFOR starting to fully encircle Sector 3 here. Valash and Pronix still alive. But, man, Valash is going to have a lot to deal with here. He's on 4 kills, though. Got a few nice murder holes here. He's trying to land some shots. Knocks Quigley out. No matter where you look, there's a lot of combat. We're seeing Shoopless suppressing his own dudes. That's not what you want to see. But as long as Vlash and Pronix are in this AO, it cannot be taken. Go ahead, sorry.
We actually have some overshoots from that fight all the way over to the south. In the riverbed. It's actually overshooting right at the BLUFOR forces still at Sector 1. It's landing like 10 meters away from them.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I think that's really cool that that crossfire is reaching all the way up there. And OPFOR slowly closing
It's such a small area.
Yep, and OPFOR's closing that gap, but BLUFOR is sending some reinforcements to go deal with it, but it has heavily nullified that Sector 2 push, and now it's looking pretty even for numbers again.
Fury's pushing up. Got him to the crater. Gonna take out Fungi here. One shot. He's on 3 kills.
Yeah, Russian Fury flanking around. BLUFOR, they're kind of stuck to look at the rocks here, but I think Wilson just noticed Oddball back there. And we're seeing some distant shots from some of the BLUFOR guys pushing up. That is Korna here with a 7.62 rifle just firing out. He's the medic.
Wilson takes out Oddball, and that's just Sam Hanwich and Jane Saunders.
Ooh. Flash, don't know what happened to him, but he just got dropped by someone in BLUFOR just now, and it's now up to Pronix. If Pronix had charges here, this would be the best time to detonate them, Pronix. Oh. Man, if only he would get so many kills. He's on 7 kills right now. Hot damn.
Damn.
That's a good number you want to be at for Friday night fights, especially. 8 kills. A beautiful headshot.
Yep, and Sean's going to peek his head up and be right in that same kill line. Oh,
yep,
no.
He's popping grenades to be cautious here, but he's not going to have the arm strength to get him up. Chris now going to push up.
Gotta live. Shots coming in from the real Eagle.
Eagle mis-IDing his guys.
Wheaton fires back at him in earnest.
Pronix has to be quick, though, because Shadowlock's lining up a shot on him as the marksman. And Shadowlock is out of ammo or his weapons jammed, because I just heard him click multiple times.
Yep, and Pronix...
I don't think he knows what's wrong with his gun. It's probably weapon jammed. Yeah, so instead he's looting a different gun because he doesn't know how to fix it. And there's Sector 3 because Pronix left the zone.
Must find new gun.
Yeah, right? Meanwhile, Homebrew just got knocked out. His guys are doing a valiant stand in the riverbed trying to get to Sector 2 to reinforce it, but it's not going to be enough as the BLUFOR battle line advances.
6 versus 2 now. Another 3 or 4 nearby. I don't think so.
15 minutes remaining, though.
Meanwhile,
OPFOR still has a shot.
Finally cleared out this crater. It took them a long time, but they were able to kill all of them.
There's another BLUFOR team right there. They're down to 4 OPFOR guys, though. Pronix has pushed back into the AO. I think he got another kill, or at least knocked Dreek out. He's up to 9 kills. Throws a smoke grenade over by Poe. I think trying to think he had a frag left. But we have Dreek waking back up, and Pronix just got knocked out. That's going to be all she wrote, unfortunately. And then we got Pads and Dingo coming down the riverbed to potentially try to outflank BLUFOR. Could accidentally run into Danzer, though.
Justice and Duke pop smoke. Give them some breathing room. I guess they don't want to shoot through the smoke, even though it's.
Warwick's going to be in for a bad head case, but Jay doesn't notice him, and Warwick's got the shot. Will he go 2 for 2 on Duke? He does!
Damn.
Nice double kill right there, and that is OPFOR Southern Flank. But we're starting to see some OPFOR guys firing in the riverbed. Up high, there was a dude, and he is knocked out, and his legs are doing something funky with his AT4.
Pads and Dingo are coming up in the riverbed. They're gonna come right up onto Danzer and his team. Now they've opened fire. It's gonna be a very quick QRF. Going, where's the shots coming?
I just witnessed one of the craziest AT4 dances I've ever witnessed. I don't know. I don't know how to call that. Good grenade throw by Pads. Lands a little bit short, unfortunately, but they have made their presence known. Tarnfalk is suppressing up there, trying to keep them down. And we still have that other OPFOR group, but they I think they know where BLUFOR is because they're now pushing up on the riverbed, and BLUFOR is trying to consolidate. They could be caught out of position there if they don't decide on a maneuver to make. I think because Marco is suppressing them with a marksman rifle, but that wasn't his. He picked up Dylan's marksman rifle. Thank you. And now he's able to suppress that group. They don't know what to do. They're popping a bunch of smokes, but Wilson, Fury, and Russ can come down and pick them off, and that's exactly what BLUFOR wants to be doing. But now we're starting to see the superior position of Sector 2 work its magic because they're firing at the far hill where that one BLUFOR team is, and because they have those nice fortifications and that rear tall hill that they've also dug fortifications on, they got a lot of overwatch for this sector. The real question is, though, can BLUFOR rally and take this sector from OPFOR, and can OPFOR get all eyes to be looking around this sector to properly cover it? Let's watch Dingo and Pads here. Dingo's about to be walked up on, and Pyroman. What the heck was that? Okay, Pyro and Total are really lucky Dingo switched targets last second there, because Dingo, if he kept on Pyro, he would have been able to kill him, but Pads is now probably going to assume his buddy's down. If only he saved his grenades, he'd have a few really good grenade throws to do right there. And we still have Victor alive in the back corner. Maybe he'll be able to pull something, maybe not. Maybe he'll just try some far-reaching harassments. I think he's trying to line up a shot on Danzer and his small team as well. But looking up on the northern riverbed here, Rust was engaging some far units, but that aggroed the four-man group up the riverbed. I think because they thought that the BLUFOR group on that big hill to the southeast was the BLUFOR group that was previously moving towards them, but they didn't realize that they stuck there. Honestly, a fair mistake in my opinion. This is going to allow Marco to move up, but instead I think he's getting target fixated on the guys on the top of the hill, which isn't a bad call there, but he could move a little bit closer, if you ask me. Barb, you see anything good?
Wait, I'm not sure what's going on with my armor. Okay, now I'm hearing shots again. I did not see any bullets fired between Dingo and that whole group.
Probably had a little lag
just
spike.
like-
It happened. It was happening to me all of EU, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, well. But yeah, no, just
Ooh,
a lot of
buckets.
little skirmishes, little engagements.
Just put
and,
someone in a
just
bucket.
With 10 minutes on the clock, I think it's going to be close. Red Force still going to have to defend for a little while. But this is, I think, pretty favorable, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely for OPFOR's position. They just, I guess, while attacking Sector 3, they took too many casualties than they would have liked. By the way, Victor just got picked off by Shadowlock, the marksman for BLUFOR. I'm going to check his kill count real quick. He's on 2. I could have sworn he's done more, though. He dropped his marksman rifle for an M249. And honestly, with the amount of units BLUFOR has left, it is anyone's game. 10 minutes remain on the clock. I'm kind of leaning OPFOR, though, because BLUFOR is so sporadic right now.
Yeah, you have people spread out all over the place, little engagements. I mean, just like some VC shit. Attacking them from low ground, attacking them from high ground, just not even taking hits, but just shooting at them.
Rust on the OPFOR side up the riverbed just got dropped. Russian Fury trying to give out the Russian Fury. Didn't land any hits, though. I don't think he got hit either. What? My little Fury joke?
Russian Fury, yeah, Russian Fury.
Unleashing his fury. Come on, it's a horrible joke. We're horrible streamers. We try to do what we can here, but I think OPFOR is probably going to be able to clutch it. Now, if BLUFOR consolidates, if they spend 2 minutes consolidating, they could attack this left side group on the west that OPFOR has, and then push in and try to rush the sector. It will be close, but it's going to rely on if BLUFOR has any good communication lines left, but it looks like they're trying, and then that northern group could start harassing the actual Sector 2 marker itself. But Russian Fury doing his best to try to hold. It's an open area fight. Landed some shots on Daniel, but not that many. But Russian's got to be careful because he's also got 4 guys up on a far hill stopping him. And we're still seeing, I think, Marco with that, with that rifle. He's trying to fire up to hit the 4 guys on the hill, but his bullets can't seem to get past those trees. And there goes Russia.
Goes down. Rest in.
Oh, but BLUFOR's shooting at their own guys. They're trying to pick off Buckets. Buckets took a few hits by his own dudes.
Yeah, I think they're seeing this black helmet and thinking it's like one of the Red Force hats or something.
So, by the way, Shadowlock, who was one of the BLUFOR marksmen, he just got picked off by the D1 garrison. So, I mean, he picked up a 249 because he didn't know how to unjam his gun, or maybe he was generally out of ammo. I don't know. But,
how much time we got left? 7 minutes, 45 seconds. They gotta get moving. The group to the north is out by about, well, what is that? Is that only like 100 meters? No, that's way more than. What are the map markings on this thing?
I could see BLUFOR consolidating and smashing through with the numbers advantage, and I can see OPFOR just holding this out and winning the second round here. It's
yeah.
We need to see BLUFOR movement in another minute or two, and if we don't, then I'd be comfortable saying this is an OPFOR victory.
Yeah, I mean, both of the groups that are in striking distance and have the strength to strike at this last sector, they're about 3/4 of a click away, give or take, with terrain, and now they're being shot at as well. Like, they gotta get moving. They do not have any time to waste.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pretty decent entrenchment up here on the western edge of the terrain, west of Sector 2 by the radio tower. Good trenches, all around cover, and good platform to support fire. I'm trying to talk about anything because there's nothing going on.
Oh, that's fine. I'll tag in. So OPFOR, we're seeing them dig a few more trenches on the western, not the western side, but if you look at the southernmost group, it looks like they're repositioning to get some better overwatch of the western sector as well, maybe because the western group has PID'd the movement of BLUFOR going in, because BLUFOR is starting their advance over this open area, which is risky. I think OPFOR is trying to pick and choose when they're going to begin their assault. However, oh, nope, there is a rifle firing. They're going to immediately try to stall. Oh. They knock Bridges out. Good shot. Nutty person going down too. And this is just with regular 5.56 rifles, but, I mean, this is the power of the high ground. Don't mean to make Star Wars memes a thing, but the bridge is waking back up. But, you know, they've got some elevation. This is a big open area. They knock down Cool Breeze. 5.56 rifles hitting the chest will eventually knock people out, but it won't keep them down. We see Nutty also wake back up. I'm willing to bet Cool Breeze is going to wake back up. But what BLUFOR needs to do is they need to get up to these trees and start returning fire. But will they be able to repel this OPFOR group? It's tough. We got the northern, like, everyone's kind of closing in on this gap. Unfortunately, Marco is playing it too cautious on the riverbed, trying to find that BLUFOR group, but it's already displacing, excuse me. Now the northern group's starting to get engaged by the far southern OPFOR group, which has a 249 firing up at him to stop him. Now Chad isn't even bipoding his gun. He's just firing at the distance and actually being very accurate for its position. But we do have an OPFOR body up on the western flank here, so BLUFOR is returning the favor. But they are going to be slow. I haven't seen any smoke grenades pop, so I'm willing to bet this BLUFOR group, since it came from the left flank, probably lost it all in this push to Sector 3. Explosive trap going up by Warwick, but again, it was a missed opportunity here because only Warwick pushed up. But right idea for OPFOR here. Fish trying to push up, unfortunately, on the top of a hill. Not even a hill, just a little tiny hill, actually, and got exposed to the high ground. Go ahead.
Northeast of Sector 2, that group has finally made it to the closest ridge. They've got a few hundred meters of open ground between them and the objective, so I think it's best for them to stick here, take pot shots, and try to return fire. Gives a chance for this group over here to the west, push up through the forest.
AT fire misses.
Closer quarters. I think that's what's they're gonna have to close the distance and use these trees to do some CQB. Because
4 minutes remaining. I'm ready to call it.
Yeah, I think so as well.
BLUFOR just lost too much men in the really the Sector 3 fight.
They could not regain that momentum.
Exactly, they lost it. And
so what I'm hearing is the group in Sector 3 that went up on the hill delayed them for long enough.
No, it wasn't that delaying group. It was Homebrew's pullback group that camped in the riverbed.
Would they have been
held
able
the
to do it
BLUFOR advance. Probably, because that was just a throwaway of manpower.
It was a sacrifice worthy for the cause.
No. If anything, no. BLUFOR, they're doing their best to try to push up here. They got multiple unconscious. They are starting to push guys over the riverbed. Like, if this was where the sector was, I would still say it's neck and neck, but BLUFOR, hold up, Martin's pushed up. Oh, never mind.
Mannerheim's pushing up to the side, though. Gonna come up right on the side.
Yep. He's gonna catch Iggy out of position and just mag dumps him.
He's still alive, but he's gonna have to...
Mannerheim doing attack reload. Oh, this flank is gonna be devastating. Coda going down. Pierce going down. Will anyone stop Mannerheim? Warwick firing at him. Mannerheim going loco here, but he goes down to Flood. But Warwick can now get on top on this position.
And so can Conscience.
Chappelle just desynced out of those shots. Changed my mind. Warwick unfortunately just took a big hit. Flood's gonna push him with that machine gun, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining. Martin's woken back up. Hold up, look at the main objective. Martin could do something similar here.
What? What did he get there?
Martin ran. He ran up the riverbed and then ran up the hill. He just took down 2 dudes. Took out Major East and another guy. If Martin has grenades, now would be a good time to throw them. Pokes his head out again. Unfortunately, the rear security gets him, but did he get another kill? No, but he got some more shots in.
He needed to be a lot calmer with his fire. Spraying that much at that distance.
Oh, look at Buckets. He's trying to limp his way up there. I don't think he's going to make it in the minute, though. Total Conscience is pushing up. Just got another kill. Double tap Pickles. Ran out of ammo. Didn't change his pistol. Smith drops him.
That's the downside of the 20-round mag. It's a higher caliber, but it's close.
But you run out of ammo quicker.
A third fewer rounds to shoot.
I mean, Rambo's people don't like him, but boy, oh boy, can they be fucking effective.
Less than 1 minute, 57 seconds.
Nah, I don't see it. We got some BLUFOR guys running to the sector. I wonder if they actually get in the sector while the time's running out. It might go into sudden death, but they're going to be picked. They're taking some shots from the observation group. It's actually just down to Porter with the 5.56 rifle. We might actually see overtime here as
Buckets is critical.
Ellison gets into the AO. Yep. If he gets in there, we'll probably go into overtime.
Colin's looking over, so is Mags.
Oh, come on! Get in the AO! Get in the AO! You have 10 seconds to get in the fucking AO! 5 seconds, come on! There we go! There we go! Now he just has to stay there! He just has to stay there! Why are you shooting?
I want to see him get domed. Get domed. Mission time has been reached.
I know, but it's overtime, because he's in the sector. It's overtime. So as long as a BLUFOR guy is in the sector, it will stay overtime.
Oh, overtime did pop. At first it didn't pop for me, so I didn't think it was happening.
Yep. So Buckets is going to be able to limp into this AO. What a fucking Chad.
Shade goes down, went on top of the trench, and I think Buckets took him down. And here we have a big force coming around. Mags, Wolf,
oh my god, and that BLUFOR group was able to take care of the western flank. Dude, this is neck and neck. Phoenix getting taken out. As long as there's a guy standing in this AO, Buckets going down, unfortunately. It's up to Farks and Ellison to stay in this AO until more BLUFOR guys can get in here, but BLUFOR has stopped in the tree line. Lurch pushing. Oh my god, Lurch knocking out 2 dudes on OPFOR. There's overtime officially being called.
Farks, open fire. That's not.
Oh my god, Farks! Farks, what are you doing?
What is happening? Mags as well. You don't recognize.
Mags is like, wait a second. Wait a sec. What is going on? Matt, I think Farks is popping a French flag as his weapon was jammed. Oh my fucking god. BLUFOR, push in the AO, please.
It's just Matt. It's just Matt.
Oh my god.
BLUFOR wins. BLUFOR fucking wins. Oh my god, because Wolf ran out of the AO.
Oh my fucking god.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. What the fuck
that is one of the best clutches I've ever seen. That should not have happened. I even called it as OPFOR winning. Wow. I'm glad I was wrong there. That was great. That was great. No, I thought OPFOR was going to hold a bit better. But damn.